6:06, so we'll go ahead and call to it. Well, greetings, everyone. Thank you all for coming. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Mario Caruso. This is the first term, my first term as president of the West Pasco Historical Society. And for those of you that have not met me in the past, I'm a retired firefighter paramedic, and I'm a specialist in hyperbaric medicine. And I own a medical consulting firm. That's what keeps me busy when I'm not here volunteering for the West Pasco Historical Society. So I would like to first of all thank all of you for your continued support on your membership, your donations and your support, and also a big thank you to all our the many volunteers that we have at the museum and also the library. We could not do what we do without the volunteers. And by the way, all of us are volunteers. Even though some of us are on the board of directors and some of us are not, primarily our role is we're volunteers first, and whatever else we do is secondary to that. So thank you to all the volunteers. So we have much to report since our meeting last year. We made quite a few improvements to the museum and quite a few improvements to the library. And there's a lot of work has gone on to do that. And some of our volunteers have worked very hard in order to get that done. Also, we've done a lot of improvements and repairs to our 112-year-old building that we use as, it's a schoolhouse that we use as a museum. So since the building is so old, we constantly have to have maintenance and improvements, and this of course requires a lot of funds. So I want to first of all express my appreciation to Dr. Musunuru for all his donations that he has made over the years, and also the donation that he made in 2025 in the amount of $100,000. And also, he pledged an additional donation for 2026 of $50,000 that's going to be added to is the endowment that he started, the Raul Musunuru Family Endowment. Also, we wanted to thank Pasco County and also the city of Newport Richey for donations that they make every year to keep our museums going for the benefit of the community. And if you have, those of you that haven't been to the museum and library recently, please come in, see what's new. We always try to make improvements, and it's always a pleasure to see all our loyal members. Of course, needless to say, members are free admission. Also, members get 10% off in our gift shop, and also all the other activities that we hold are free to our members. So, for the next part, it's my pleasure to present Gary Vitaco Robles. He's the Vice President of the West Pasco Historical Society. He will continue our program.
Thank you, Mario. I've got to stand because I feel like I'm so far away from you. And when I do presentations here, I usually stand here, so this feels more comfortable. So how are you all enjoying the newsletter? Okay, thank you. I love doing the newsletter.
Okay.
So I don't need this now?
No, still.
Okay. And so I wanted to elevate it to like a multi-page with in-depth articles. And so, there was that one month that I misspelled Dr. Musunuru's name. So thank you for the clap. I'm hoping no one noticed that. And so I was recently at, we did a feature on the centennial of the Leaston Smith building, and there were 4 pages dedicated to that. And then the event actually took place on March 25th, and I was very pleased when I went there with a few of the other board members. They took the 4 pages out of our newsletter and they turned it into little programs that they were giving to all of the guests. And that made me feel so good because people are reading it, the information is going out into the community, because my fear is it's going to line a bird cage. So the fact that that didn't happen made me feel really good. So the other thing I wanted to talk with you about is some of the interactive exhibits that we're doing at the museum. So the museum, I think, is very state-of-the-art. We're very fortunate to have all of those placards and the beautiful exhibits. but in wanting to kind of update the museum to younger generations and attract those generations, we were really looking at using some kind of an additional technology. And you know that over the years, many museums have those little audio devices that you could listen to with headphones and walk around. And if you're not comfortable reading the placards, you have an alternative way to gather the information, or through a combination of both. It makes the experience more meaningful. So that is kind of archaic at this point. There's easier ways to do that. So we borrowed from the Times of Tide art exhibition that I was involved in last year, the year before. So at the museum now, there are QR codes under many of the exhibits so that you could swipe your phone and it takes you to about a 2 to 3 minute video of whatever that exhibit is. And so it doesn't repeat the information that's on the placard, but it gives like just another dimension, and yours truly is narrating them over vintage images. So what we've done now is we've done the mural at the entrance of the museum, and we've done the Ancient Peoples Native American exhibits, and we're starting around the corner. We've done the Zane Rankin gift shop. I think we've done the Newport Ritchie Press. We did the Carter Cash family connection. And so hopefully by the end of the year, all the exhibits will have this additional layer of information. The next thing I wanted to bring your attention to was this brick. I'm not going to throw it at anyone. People in glass houses are not supposed to throw bricks or rocks. So what I wanted to say about this is that this is an opportunity to kind of contribute to history and leave a legacy. And you know, leaving a legacy in your town doesn't have to mean $1 million donation for a hospital wing. So for $75 for prosperity, you can have an inscribed brick which will be in the pathway from the sidewalk into the museum entrance. And so if you think of, if you've been to the Hacienda Hotel, you've seen the bricks of the Friends of the Hacienda. It's going to look very similar like this. So there are some brochures on the table where you can order them, and very easy how you can use your credit card and purchase it for $75, and you can choose the inscription. So this is a great way to honor someone in your life, or to honor a memory from town, or put your own name on it, and you're kind of building the foundation for the next generation of folks who will be interested in history, and we become the historical artifacts. And this will hopefully be here forever, many generations after we're gone. So I know I had one engraved for my parents and for my grandparents, and working on one for me. So make sure you get a brochure that looks like this. It makes a very nice gift, and Mother's Day is right around the corner, and so is Father's Day. I think we covered everything? Okay, so next I'm going to introduce Bonnie Martin. Come on down.
Is he gonna come up here? Okay. And you put this sheet in it? No, just put it on the thing.
Treasurer report.
I'm like, am I supposed to dance?
Dancing.
Are you gonna stand? Are you okay with standing?
That's at the end.
Do you wanna stand?
Dancing? Oh, I have to dance at the end, too. Okay, oh, I gotta put my glasses on,
You carry it, I'm just gonna put this here.
so I look cool with my sunglasses. And I could have done too. All right, so this is, most of you, I think, got one of our financial statements. So you can see that we have a total of assets of almost $700,000, thanks to contributions like the ones that a lot of you in this room have made, and your memberships. And you can see also that our Dr. Musunuru endowment is there in the CD. We don't have many liabilities, just a little bit in sales tax that we pay once a year. And so we're in pretty good shape, pretty good shape. Now let me turn the page. Okay, and so for this past, we did the financial report for the past, not our fiscal year, but the calendar year, which would maybe make more sense to all of you than our fiscal year, which is not up until the end of May. So you can see over this past fiscal year, ending in December, we took in $150,000, just about $150,500. And if I struggle a little bit here, I'll find out the rest. And we only had $20,000 in expenses, so we had a good income for this past year. Does anybody have any questions? Not even one. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to let this wonderful volunteer, Tomas, do the dance.
Here, let me get the microphone from you.
Oh, that's something too, huh?
Yeah.
Two, used to.
There you go.
Thank you.
It's back to you.
Paul Herman is next.
Paul Herman, please come to the front. You've been summoned. Don't go too far. You got a pocket?
Two microphones is better than one, right?
There you go.
Okay. I'm Paul Herman. I'm the digital archivist and a director, but I'm also the chairman of the nominating committee, and that's the business we're all here to do, right? Unless y'all came for the game of Jeopardy that we're going to have that Tomas is going to host later. So when the nominating committee was first chosen and set to do our job, we had 5 directors which were due to be re-elected. For those of you that don't know, half of our directors are chosen each election cycle and then they alternate. So we had 5 that were up for re-election, and they were Abby Allgood-Meismer and Antonia Mirnick and Tomas Monzon, plus 2 relatively new directors, Marlo Jones and Eugene Scott. I say new because they were appointed midterm for 2 directors that stepped down. But the 2 directors that stepped down, their directorships were up for renewal this season. So, initially it was going to be fairly simple here. We had 5 openings. We have 5 directors that want to continue to be directors, so it was going to be simply would anybody make a motion to elect them as a slate? However, yesterday, Bonnie Martin resigned as director. She has other interests that she would love to pursue. She's involved in a lot of things in the community, so that opens up another spot. I would like to take the opportunity to thank Bonnie. She's been a great director. She was the director. She was a director when I came on board, and I think the first thing that she tackled was she completely reorganized our library. I don't know how many of you remember the way it was before, but it's much, much nicer now. And in addition to the changes in the floor plan, she really launched into completely reorganizing it and getting everything cataloged. She brought on June Pearson to be our current librarian, and Margaret to help out. So that's great. In addition to that, when Ann Langford stepped away from the society, she had been our treasurer for quite a number of years, and Bonnie stepped into that role. And she completely rebuilt that. She took us from Quicken for our bookkeeping system, which is kind of a personal bookkeeping system, and we're using one which is a full double entry system now, which we think is more accountable, and she's been producing reports that are really useful for us at each meeting. And in addition to that, she has, let's see, there was what was the other thing that Bonnie has done?
policies and procedures and...
That's right. Bonnie also is responsible for a rewrite of our bylaws to clean them up and bring them into conformance to the way that we are actually handling our business. And as part of that, I think she created from the ground up a complete set of policies and procedures that which we can use. So Bonnie has accomplished a lot in her term as director. So we really thank that. But now we have a 6th opening for a board position. So the way we will handle this is we will entertain anyone who has a nominee that they would like to present from the floor. Now keep in mind, this must be someone who is willing to do it. Okay, so you should really have asked them if they want to be a director before you nominate them. And I'm going to get this ball rolling by nominating Brian Burford. He's the fellow back there by the camera. And we have asked him, and he's willing to be a director. And the reason I nominated him is that he's been very, very actively involved with us for, I don't know, at least a month now, if not more. He gave us a program on fire departments in Pasco County last year, right here. He's very aggressively interested in the history of West Pasco County. He's very involved in community functions. He's been a professional and a volunteer firefighter. And he spends almost every weekend, at least a day or two, at the museum serving as docent, and he seems to love it, and he loves doing history research. So we think he'd be a terrific director. So, but if anyone else has a nomination of somebody that they would like to see a director, now's your time. Sure.
So in the case of somebody has to step down in the next couple of years, they're replaced how?
If a director resigns in the middle of their term, then our bylaws stipulate that the president will appoint someone to take their place. But as in the case of Marlo and Eugene, if that director that resigned is then up for election, you know, like in another 6 months, then those new directors that are appointed, they will be up for election in the next 6 months, okay, just like the position that they were replacing. So that's the way it works. So, if the president does not appoint a replacement, then that directorship would be vacant until the next election. Then we would elect somebody to fill that void.
I guess that's my roundabout way. One day I'll have to serve on the board as well.
Okay, well, you can nominate yourself if you like. Okay. Well, once you get back in the gist of things, then I think we'd love to have you as a director when we have an opening. That's great. You have to be a member of the society in order to be a director, yes. And in order to be a director, you need to be willing to not only come to directors' meetings once a month, but you actually have to be willing to participate in the affairs of the society and to volunteer. Just like any other volunteer would. So,
Motion to close nominations.
okay, you're the president, and you want to take this from here?
Yes, so Brian Burford, do we have a second for Brian Burford?
Wait, Paul.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, aye. So Brian is on the board of directors, so that's great. Any other discussion?
I'd like to make a motion to cast an unanimous ballot for the balance of the year.
Okay, so we have a motion for the rest of the directors. We have a motion for all of them. Any seconds on those? Okay, Bonnie is second, so all in favor? Aye. Okay, so that passed, and thank you. So now all our incumbent board members will be on the board for an additional, for 2 more years. So their term will now expire in 2020. Okay, thank you all. So that was easy, and that's the way it should be. So now the next part is my favorite, which is the awards presentation. So every year we always have, we try to think of a couple of volunteers that have that have done really an outstanding job at what they do. So we have 2 volunteers, and also we have a third presentation that we need to make. So the first volunteer that we would like to recognize, Lori Baker, if you can...
Photo op.
So we have a plaque for Lori that we'd like to present her with. Really for all she does is it goes above.
I'll just hold it.
Okay, goes above and beyond, really. She's here about half the year, and she does a year's worth of work in 6 months. And plus, she's involved in anything that we ask her to do, she does it, and also things that we don't ask her to do, she does them anyway. So,
I annoy people a lot.
so, thank you very much, Lori. and
Thank you.
Thank you.
What
And,
a surprise.
if you can get an official photograph,
Anybody got it? Yeah, there you go.
Brian's got it.
anybody, yeah, anybody.
Carrie's got it too, there you go.
Good photo. Thank you, thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
It's always fun.
Oh, also it comes with a
bag.
bag. That's also part of it, you know, to make sure that.
It's always fun to work at the museum. Lots of interesting people who volunteer, and lots of interesting people who come in and ask amazingly difficult questions. And we always try to find the answer, and we have lots of volunteers who can find the answers. So please volunteer.
All right. I'll just hang out here. I'll hang out here.
Then there are projects that are sort of ongoing, and one of the projects that's ongoing is photographing everything that we have in our digital archives, including all the newspapers. There's literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours that go on in order to create all this history that's all put together in a way that all of us can look it up and that we can actually benefit from it. So we'd like to present a plaque to Paul Herman. Paul has done a tremendous job with work that's, most of it is behind the scenes. And does the microphone make me look fat?
I'll look this way, please. Thank you.
All I have to say is, how did you keep this a secret?
Oh, yeah, well, you know, that's my job, keeping things secret. So, but Paul does so much work at the museum, really sort of on stage, but then he also does a lot of backstage work. And you can ask Susie how much work he does at home. And he has a photographic system that he has created, that he has put together, so you can take photographs of newspapers, articles, entire newspapers and books and so many other things. So all this work, most of us don't see. Well, I guess Susie sees it, but most of us don't see it. But we're talking hundreds and hundreds of hours of work. So we really, really appreciate that. And remember, this is for the community, it's for all of you, but it's also for the community that wants to access this history and now can actually get to it so much easier. So thank you very much, Paul. We really appreciate all your work. Then we have another plaque that we put together. And it's not for me, trust me. Nobody calls me. Nobody wants to talk to me. So we want to present a plaque to Dr. Musunuru for being the top donor, the top all-time donor for the West Pasco Historical Society. He has a lot, even though he's not here tonight, he has a lot of commitment to make sure that our building is maintained, that we have enough funds to do the repair, the maintenance, the operations that we need to do for this building. So we want to present it with a plaque as well. And Karen is going to accept it since Dr. Monsinoro is not here. And then Karen will give it to Dr. Monsinoro. Dr. Monsinoro can just look at the pictures. All right, I'll take it. I'll give you the plaque. All right, well, thank you all, and obviously, there's only so many awards that we can present, so we can't wait until next year, because we know that there are others that are deserving to be recognized, but we will have to wait for next year for that. So, this has been really nice to be able to present the awards, and it's a pleasure for me to do it because it makes me feel good to recognize those that do really a lot of work for the West Pasco Historical Society. Now, before we have some refreshments, which we have bottled water, we have some snacks, we're going to have some fun. But even before we have, I want to talk to you about these baskets here. We're going to be giving these baskets away. So if you guys are interested in winning some exciting prizes tonight that Karen has actually put together, I have no idea what's inside the baskets. We have tickets that you can buy for $1 or 6 for $5. So if you like to buy some tickets for the, we're going to be drawing 3 numbers at the end, and the first 2 numbers are going to win the smaller bags, and then the grand prize is going to be the last number that we draw. It's going to be the grand prize winner of the basket that you see before you. So before you leave, if you'd like to see Karen, you can purchase some tickets, and then...
The odds are good to get something.
Yeah, the odds are
There's
good.
not like 500 people.
Yeah, and if you're the only one that buys the tickets, the odds are even better, but hopefully there'll be more than one of you that buys the tickets, so try to make the odds go down. But like I said, we're gonna have some fun tonight, and Tomas Monzon is gonna hold the West Pasco History Jeopardy game. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. I've seen these Jeopardy games before. We did one for the Rotary Club, it was a lot of fun. But Tomas, it's all yours.
All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen, and thank you all for being here. Before we continue with the game, I just want to say, just personally, I joined the society back in March 2022, if I'm not mistaken. And in those years, it has been nothing but an upward trend. I mean, we've had more members, more interest from the community, more people visiting the museum, more volunteers, more board members, and just the amount of things that we've done, the goals that we've accomplished, the good times that we've had, and the ability, or rather the outreach that we've done to the community. So many more people know not just about our history in general, but about the museum and about our efforts ever since I joined, and it's just been great to be a part of that. So just a round of applause for all of this happening, because it's really been very nice. Especially, I've always been into history. Some of you might know that I grew up in Miami, and so I was involved with the historical scene over there. And then when I moved here, I was welcomed here with open arms to the museum. Back when I met Bob and Ann, and then everybody I've met since then, you've all just been great, letting me join your community, and it's just been great, so I really appreciate it. Okay, now it's time for Jeopardy. So the first thing is, see, Mario already knows he's got to get up. Okay, so we are going to play a little Jeopardy game, and I know some of you have played before, so if you've played before, you can't join tonight, I'm sorry. Who would like to participate in the Jeopardy game? But while you're thinking about it, I want to recognize our volunteer Kayla behind the scenes, who's going to be running the game, which is good because that way, if I get excited, I don't make any mistakes. Huh? Yeah, it's Vanna. Vanna White. I know, she's on Wheel of Fortune. Well, she changed careers. So who would like to join the Jeopardy game? If you win, you get $1,000. So I recommend it. All right, we got one. We got Bonnie. We need one more person. Who's that? Kurt, you want to? I see that gentleman standing up. Are you joining us? Come on, you get $1,000 if you win. 10,000, 20,000? Come on, what's your, name your price. Sure, Chuck, come on, join us. Or Marlo, there you go. All right, Marlo, come on up. So come on and take a seat. Pick a seat anywhere here. Well, actually, they're gonna pick their team names. Yeah. So go ahead and take a seat anywhere here. Yeah.
See how much of an idiot I look like this year. In front of 20 people.
You're gonna use this later for Final Jeopardy.
I don't know if I even use it.
By the way, man, hey, congratulations for last night, man. Congratulations. And what happened to the pens? Well, we'll find pens later. And there was a third one. I don't know what happened to the other one.
Oh, it was?
Well, no, for Final
my
Jeopardy.
teacher actually talked about you during class, in my politics class.
All right, well, we'll find the other pen later. Oh, there you go, okay. All right, so,
Congratulations.
how many of you know the rules of Jeopardy? Probably everybody, right? Well, I'll reiterate them just in case. So, the layout didn't really work here, but basically, we're going to have, of course, we've got 5 categories up on the screen. So each player will be able to choose a category and a point value. And then, of course, if you get the answer right, you get to choose the next one. We're going to do a little bit different this time. If you call in and you get the answer wrong, you're going to get deducted that amount of points. Okay? We're trying to make it, as interesting as possible. I know, right? It's fun. And then, of course, at the end, we'll have a final Jeopardy where you'll be able to wager your points. And, that's where it really gets interesting. So I'm going to start over here. So tell us your name, a little bit about yourself, and what you want your team name to be, team of one.
Ooh. My name is Sidney Razatich, and I am a volunteer with the Historical Society as a tour guide.
Then what would you like your team
That's
name
what
to
I'm
be?
thinking of.
Okay.
Can I tell you in like 2 seconds?
Sure, we'll come back. All right, Marlo, tell us a little bit about yourself and your team name.
Okay, my name is Marlo Jones. I love history. I'm on the board here at the museum, and my team name is going to be the Winners.
There you go. All right, Bonnie, your turn. You can use that one.
Okay, well, I think Paul did a more than adequate job of introducing me. Thank you, Paul, that was sweet. But so the name of my...
the name of your quote-unquote team.
I'm going to just do something very historical, Dr. Avery.
Okay. Dr. Avery. All right, Sidney, what's your team name going to be?
I'll be...
Pass that.
Oh, yeah. I'll be Team Foxwood. That's my neighborhood I'm from.
Okay.
My neighbor.
Okay, so you got that Team Foxwood. Okay. All right, so again, I apologize for the little bit of a thing here, but we've got places and spaces, community affairs, hitting the streets, interesting tidbits, and cool people. So we'll go ahead and start off with Sydney. So Sydney, go ahead and choose one.
How about places and spaces for 600?
Okay, places and spaces for 600. This company, affectionately called the Tug and Grunt, ran railroad service into Newport Richey. We didn't get the license for the music, so we'll just have to think about it in our heads. Going once, going
I had to
twice.
say it was the Orange Belt, but it wasn't.
Nope. Anything here?
Southern Railroad Association.
Close. Anything? No? All right, so let's reveal the answer. What is the Tampa and Gulf Coast Railroad Company?
That's right.
No. Because technically nobody called it in, so. All right.
Don't hurt me.
It should be negative 600.
Yeah, that's right. We're just making this up as we go along. Okay, Marlo, your turn.
All right, let's take cool people for 1,000.
Oh. This 80s pop star had hits like Lookout Weekend and When I Hear Music, and now resides in Newport Richey.
Do we get to hear the song?
Yeah, there's no music.
I was going to say those 2 songs. Hear the singer or something.
Going once, going twice.
Johnny Cash.
Nope. All right, anybody want?
Bob Langford.
Nope. Want to give it a shot?
Not even trying.
All right, let's see the answer. Who is Debbie Deb?
Oh, yeah, Debbie Deb.
That's right.
Debbie Deb.
Debbie Deb.
See, I wasn't born until the 90s, so.
All right, yeah, me too. Okay, Dr. Avery, your turn.
And I've forgotten everything since then.
So Marlo, are you making?
Oh, my turn now.
I guess I'm losing.
No, that's okay. All right, Dr. Avery.
I wanted to cool people for 800.
Renowned for her work with chimpanzees, this English zoologist and primatologist once visited the Energy and Marine Center along Old Post Road.
Oh, what's her name?
Come on, you got this.
Actually sit up here.
Oh, what's her name?
What is Jane Goodall? Or?
She hung out with the monkeys.
You got it, you got it.
Yeah.
Dr. Jane Goodall.
Oh, we can answer,
All right.
we can all answer?
Why not?
I didn't know. Where's my bell?
Okay, so Foxwood gets points.
Foxwood.
Foxwood.
Foxwood, I don't think.
So you can just click the plus sign, and it'll there you go. All right, so okay, Sydney. Oh, sorry, Foxwood. You go again.
Foxwell. About places and spaces for 400.
Okay, Places Spaces 400. This is the full name of the river that runs through downtown Newport Richey.
What is the Pathachascoti?
Let's see.
Pathachascoti?
All right, good job.
We'll take it, Alex.
Yeah. Okay, get to go again.
Places and spaces for 800.
Places Spaces 800. This southeastern French commune has a population of over 7,000 people and is a sister city to Newport Richey.
Cavalier, France.
Huh?
Cavalier, France.
Space review? I think we'll take it.
Yes.
All right. Good job, Dr. Avery.
Got it, brother.
Okay, Dr. Avery, you stole it. Your turn.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah.
Let's see, interesting tidbits for 600.
Okay, interesting tidbit 600. A scene from this 1997 film dramatizes an FBI raid which took place in Holiday.
It's like what's Donnie Brasco? Donnie.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got it. All right.
Donnie Depp said it.
Foxwood.
That's a lot of movies, huh, Foxwood?
Not Dr. Avery.
Every night.
Foxwood killing us.
All right. Okay, Foxwood, your turn.
Ooh, how about places and spaces for 1,000?
All right. This place is West Pasco County's first bathing beach.
Manor Beach.
What was that?
Manor Beach.
Manor Beach, you got it. All right. Go Dr. Avery. All right, Dr. Avery.
Oh, wow.
I think Marlo's going to win it all in the end. I know. Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna save the last couple ones.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting tidbits for 1,000.
Okay, for 1,000. This festival is the only one of its kind in the United States and takes place every year.
Yes,
No, I'm going to give it to Marlo. He said it first. Local festival.
Low class. I was just there. It was really nice.
What is
Shout out Dell, wherever you are.
what is the local festival? All right. The winners.
Let's do Hitting the Streets for 1,000, Alex.
Hitting the streets for 1,000. Unscramble the following street name. 2 words.
Pine Hills.
Oh, that was fast. We got it. That was fast.
Pine Hills.
Pine Hill Road.
Pine Hill.
Pine Hill.
Should we contest the answer? What do you think?
It's not Hills, it's Hill.
I said the second.
All right, fine. We'll give it to Sydney. We'll give it to you.
Killing me here.
Okay, Foxwood, go ahead.
How about places and spaces 200?
Places and Spaces 200. This early pioneer purchased a schooner from Cedar Key, Florida, and first established the name Port Richey.
Aaron Ritchie.
Yes, nice. Who is Aaron McLaughlin Ritchie? Good job.
I was reading about that the other day.
Okay, the winners, go ahead.
Let's do Community Affairs for 1,000.
Community Affairs for 1,000. This person served as Pasco County Administrator for more than 30 years and was one of the pioneers of the Suncoast Parkway.
Come on, you guys. It's Irish.
Peanut Gallery can't say anything yet.
Pasco County Administrator, oh, shoot. What was her name? It wasn't
Going on
her, but I
3,
know his wife.
2, 1, anything? Nothing? Who is it? John Gallagher, that's right, reveal the answer. There it is. Who's John James Gallagher? Okay, so who was it that was you, right? Okay, so now Dr. Avery. Dr. Avery, go ahead.
I get to do it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting tidbits.
For how much? This former civic organization once sponsored events like a Newport Richie beauty pageant. I'll give you a clue. It's
I thought we were getting you a clue.
Do y'all want to like spell it out or something for me?
what was it?
The civic, what was that? I don't know.
It's a former civic organization.
Association.
Anybody? Going once,
Organization.
going twice. What do we have in the peanut gallery? Yes. Who are the JCs?
Oh.
Or what is the JCs? Yes. All right. Foxwood, your turn.
How about Cool People for 600?
Cool People 600. This actor starred in the 1958 film Sunset Boulevard and was rumored to have spent time in Newport Richie.
What's her name?
The year is wrong.
Meryl Streep.
Really?
1950.
I hear her name like 6 times a day, but I don't remember.
That's why I'm glad Gary's on the board.
Was it
1950
Gloria
film.
Swanson still here in 1950?
Is that your answer?
That's my answer.
All right, that's your answer. Yes. Who is Gloria Swanson?
I was going to
All right,
say Tinkerbell.
It
congratulations.
just seems so late.
Okay, Dr. Avery.
So late. Oh, me. Let's do Hitting Streets for 800.
All right, hitting the streets 800. East-west street numbers in Pasco County measure the distance in miles from this state park just off the coast.
Is Werner Boyce? State Park? No.
No,
It's not State Park.
Yes, you got it. Anklo. Nice. Anklo Keep Preserve State Park. Good job. Good job. All right, Dr. Avery, go ahead.
Oh, I'll take Hitting Streets for 600.
Unscramble the following street name.
Leo Kid.
Yes, Leo Kidd. What is Leo Kidd Avenue? Good job. Dr. Avery's.
Dr. Avery's really good.
Yeah, he's stealing the show. Okay, Dr. Avery.
Hitting Streets for 400.
Hitting the streets for 400. This East Pasco County road was named after a famous American pop and country duo.
Was the Beverly Brothers?
Yes, good job.
Good job.
Reveal the answer. Hit spacebar. There you go. Well, it's a picture of them, but that's. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, Foster, go ahead.
How about Hitting the Streets for 200?
All right. This national highway connects Newport Richie to St. Petersburg.
19.
Marlo said it first. Good job, Marlo.
Where's the budget?
All right. Winners, go ahead.
Let's do community affairs for 800.
Community Affairs 800. This now unincorporated community south of Newport Richie, should say, it used to be its own town.
Alpha Scorda?
Yes, good job. What is Alpha? Okay, Foxwood goes again.
How about Cool People for 400?
Cool People 400. This Michigan native is considered the founder of Newport Richie.
Dr. Avery, Elroy Avery.
I worry. She said first.
No?
Who is George Sims?
For Michigan.
It's not, I didn't do that.
He was not the
That's right, we won't take any points off.
Dr. Avery.
Okay, so that was, who asked that? That was you, right?
Dr. Avery was the founder.
I worry either.
That's her.
Okay, so the winners goes now. Escape, no, just escape, yeah, right. The winners, go ahead. No, it's Marlo.
Oh, community.
This tax was first approved by Pasco voters in 2004.
Pasco.
You got it.
It's the only one I can remember.
Pasco, wow.
I remember I was in like middle school.
There you go.
Finish reading.
Okay, the winners, go ahead.
Let's do interesting tidbits 400, Alex.
This local educational institution was once called the Florida Bible Institute and served as Reverend Billy Graham's introduction to Bible studies. Trinity College. You got it. What is Trinity College, Florida? He's just evening out the playing field right now. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Let's do community affairs 400.
Over 3,000 volunteers came together to build this wooden creation
Playground.
to enjoy.
Sims Park.
Sims Park Playground, yep, wooden playground.
Something a little closer.
Wow.
Anybody?
It was in Sims Park, it was in Sims Park.
Looking for the way it was referred to in the project.
Sims Park, George Sims Park.
Go ahead and show it. What is Super Playground? Or Playground Paradise?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I don't recall that one.
Okay, Dr. Avery.
Let's do tidbits for 200.
This famed baseball player spent time in West Pasco County in the 1930s.
Babe Ruth.
Yes, good job. Who is Babe Ruth? Okay, so make sure to give her the. I don't know if it'll. Oh, there you go. Okay, good. All right, Dr. Avery.
Community fairs for 200.
The city of Port Richey was incorporated on this year.
1945.
What was that?
45.
Nope.
1920.
25.
1920?
25.
Nope.
22?
1926.
You got it right the second time. You said 1945 at first, so yes, it was 1925. No, nobody. Okay, Foxwood gets the last one.
Yeah, cool people, I guess.
This former Main Street business owner recently won another term as New Port Richey's mayor.
Johnson Davis.
Trust me, I know. I know this one.
All right, so we got Foxwood at 4,200, the winners at 2,400, and Dr. Avery at 4,000. You guys ready for Final Jeopardy? Give a round of applause.
Wanted to see you,
Take this off the screen for a second. Okay, all right. Okay, now it's time for Final Jeopardy, and I'm going to keep the question over here. So, for Final Jeopardy, as you know, you can wager as many points as you like. Again, right now we've got Foxwood with 4,200. We've got the winners for 2,400, and Dr. Avery with 4,000. All right, so let's take a look at the final question for Final Jeopardy, and of course you're going to write it on your paper and then give it to me. Just a moment here.
Yeah, write down the wager first. Or...
Yeah, in the meantime, write down your wager and write down the name of your team. Although I think I'll be able to know who's who, but just in case. All right. All right. So the final question is, or rather well, I guess we'll ask it as a question. So how about that? The final question is, and we'll take any approximation of answers, okay? So it doesn't have to be exactly right.
An approximation of answers.
Yeah. So on your paper, write what the name Pithlachiscody stands for in the Seminole culture. What the name Pithlachiscody River
I can't go all in
stands
now?
for. Huh?
I can't go all in?
You can go all in.
But like, I can change my bet if I already like...
No, you cannot.
That's too bad.
Guess not. Round of applause for Karen.
I don't remember.
Oh, you guys are all done?
Yeah.
Oh, that was fast.
That was quick.
That was quick.
It's an approximation.
Yeah. It's an approximation.
All right.
Here you go, Alex.
Thank you. All right, let's take a look. Bring it over here to the official judging table.
You knew the answer, I bet you. I don't know.
I should have bet more though.
I don't remember. Well, I don't remember, so don't worry about that.
I was terrified it was going to be like one of those.
All right, so I'm going to show you the answer, okay? Let's see. You got it on my email, can you tell?
Just tell it.
The suspense.
Oh, suspense, okay.
On a chart representing the west coast of Florida, accompanying the annual report of the U.S. Coast Survey for 1851, the name is translated as boat building river. The whole word signifies the place where canoes were chopped or dug out. The Seminole used canoes dug out of cypress trunks. It is derived from the Creek pitflow, canoe, and chasquita, to chop out. All right, so now everybody sees the answer. Let's see, you all tell me also who you think got the closest, okay? So we have Dr. Avery with wagering 4,000 points, and the answer she put was waters tropical. I don't think so. All right, so now we have Foxwood wagered 400 and wrote place where boats are made. That's pretty close. Maybe, right?
It's like half the points.
Yeah.
Give it 200.
And then we have okay, I got it. Sorry. Okay, we have going also all in. So all 20. What would you have? 2,800, I think, in there.
I went all in.
All in, and the winners wrote River of Life.
That's what I answered.
Waters tropical.
I demand a recount.
Suffice it to say,
I want to contact the supervisor of elections office immediately.
our winner for tonight's Jeopardy is Sydney of Foxwood. Any words?
I got nothing.
Volunteering.
Yes.
Here, you get information that allows you to win.
Oh, absolutely. So if you show up to volunteer, you have people come in, they give you over to and then you give them. And they'll tell you pretty much every single answer you see on that board there. So if you want to win Jeopardy next year, win this metaphorical $1,000, recommend you volunteer at the museum. We need you. You'll like us. We're fun.
Huh?
We need some incredible people. Please volunteer. We need it.
All right. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful night.